Hello, everybody. I'm the Shark Daymond John, and today we're talking business. Welcome, I'm Daymond John, and today I am speaking with Rachel Geica of Snow Monkey, and I want to hear all about the company, but I'm going to tell you something. I am so excited about this because she makes, I think, what makes the world go round. It's called ice cream, and me being somebody who can't really have dairy, but I have a 5-year-old who wants ice cream every single night, and I love ice cream myself. I think she may have a solution to my problem. So thank you so much, Rachel, for being here. Tell us a little bit about Snow Monkey.
Daymond, thank you so much for having me. Really excited to share more with you and everyone who's tuning in. So Snow Monkey was born in my Boston University dorm room. I was a senior in college at the time, and I've been an athlete my whole life, representing Hong Kong on the national field hockey team and then rowing at Boston University. So I've always understood the correlation between fueling my body properly and performing on the field, but also with having celiac disease, the importance of really eating foods that are gut friendly and make me feel my best. And ice cream, unfortunately, is not one of those foods. And like you said, ice cream makes the world go round. It's something that we all love. We all use ice cream to celebrate, to indulge, but a lot of the times it leaves us feeling really guilty. And so I started searching for an ice cream that was functional and also healthy, and my search came up empty. So I started whipping up different fruits and seeds in my kitchen, and the batches got so tasty that I couldn't believe it was also healthy, was packed with protein. My teammates, my friends couldn't stop eating it. And that's when I realized I was onto something. So ditched my plans to go into the corporate world. And I said, I just got to try launching Snow Monkey. And here we are in 2021, and I've turned it into a real business, and just really happy that we get the opportunity to help Americans indulge in a healthier way.
Listen, I love this concept, and it just reminds me of so many amazing entrepreneurs that didn't wait. They didn't talk about, I need all this. You just started making it at home. I started making shirts at home. I wanted my first customer. You know who it was? It was me. Who was my second customer? My friends. It sounds like the same exact thing. So congratulations on what you're doing. And then, people told me, oh my God, t-shirts, everybody makes t-shirts. Okay, everybody makes ice cream too. But you can always find a new position and a new way to do something. So congratulations. Now, where can you find Snow Monkey now?
Thank you. I'm proud to say we're selling in about 3,500 stores nationwide. If it's easiest way for people to find is to go onto our website and pop in their zip code, and it'll populate where Snow Monkey is. But we do sell in a lot of Kroger's, Albertsons, Whole Foods. It really depends depending on the state.
Really great. And I know that's hard because it's refrigerated goods. Can you also get it delivered?
Absolutely. So you can actually order Snow Monkey from our website, and we ship direct on dry ice.
What are those, even though things are going great, and I love your story, what are the challenges that you face right now?
Definitely a lot, especially with this new normal that we're working in. I would say that one of the biggest challenges we've had is that the frequency and volume of in-store grocery purchases have really gone down, and a lot has shifted to online grocery shopping. And for a new and emerging brand, for us, we really rely on people discovering our product, behind the freezer door and being like, oh, wow, I haven't seen this product. That's great branding. Or, oh, I've heard of Snow Monkey. Let me grab it. Now, this discovery process has to happen a lot of times on Instacart or online platforms. And in order for us to show up in the first page result of the ice cream search requires a lot of money. And that just now comes to a challenge because, we have a limited budget compared to a lot of the mainstream household ice cream brands. And we've had to be really savvy with our marketing spend, and also just understanding how to change our digital strategy, because we no longer can do any field marketing, in-person trials and samplings. So I would really love to understand your opinion on how a CPG company like us, especially in frozen, could start gaining new customers and continuing to make sure we get repeat customers.
Ooh, you are asking me a very tough question. As I think about the fundamentals, usually when you do not have an audience, you want to go and collaborate with a person and or a brand or a company or a service that does have the audience. that's easier said than done, right? Who else sits next to ice cream that is not ice cream? Is it companies who are already packing dried ice and refrigerated products, who are sending simple samplers and tubes, almost like a small tube of it, the kind of way the popsicles come in those tubes, and with an information on what the brand is, and you pack that in the box, or you give 50%. So what's in it for now the person who is selling the product, and why should they do it for you? Well, they are now going to make an excess amount on affiliate marketing if there are orders that are taken from that, because there's a special code that they can go and put in, or a website. Or they're basically saying to the people they are selling to, you know us from always providing health and wellness to you, man, we're never going to stop. We're going to introduce you to something else that is going to also give you health and wellness. Those are the best ways that I feel you can get to this customer. But again, me saying it is easy, you got to be the one to call around and see who understand that vision, and see how it really works for them. But primarily, that's why we always love to collaborate. I used to love to have my products put next to brands that don't compete with me. So if I'm selling jeans and t-shirts, I wanted it next to the top outerwear company, because of course I didn't compete with them and they didn't compete with me, and we brought people to the young men's department in these department stores.
Thank you. How did you identify the best partners to participate in these affiliate marketing schemes?
I found the people that were serving the exact people as me, the people that had the same kind of communication with me. And often what I would do is go to stores and see who was naturally hanging next to me in stores. And it usually was specialty stores, gave me more information than anything. And they tend to be ambassadors, they tend to be influencers, and I'm talking about because it's in their best interest to sell more and understand your story. A big store is not going to have your story. That's why you got to pay so much money to package your story and give it to them to put it on their platform. But the smaller, more proprietors and business owners who are just like you, they want to tell your story, and they want you to tell their story in return. And it's a symbiotic relationship, and they're extremely powerful in influencing people.
That's actually really helpful to think about. A lot of just partners who are aligned, similar values, but not competing from a product offering.
Yeah, absolutely. And who else could they be? Well, they could be protein companies. They can be bar companies who really have a handle on who their consumer is, and they don't need to be people that got 10 million consumers or 1 million. They can have 300, but if those 300 people believe in them, now you got 300 ambassadors, and what happens is they replicate and they keep talking, and that's how it starts. You make those mistakes small. When I was selling my product, I sold it to about 8 retail stores in New York City, and that's all I sold it to. But I kept over delivering to them. And then when I was ready, I knew what style sold, I knew what price they sold at, I knew what logo sold best, what size.
Got it. And really curious to know, you're no longer selling in 8 stores, right? When your brand really grew, how did you really maintain those quality of relationships and personal attention as you scaled?
I wish I could tell you that I did. I did not extend it or extend that relationship with everybody, and sometimes it did suffer. And as we were growing so fast, and that's why I tell people, don't try to grow fast, grow incrementally and grow slowly so that you can have them as part of it. But yeah, some of those relationships went by the wayside, and it hurt. It hurt me, absolutely, because we did get to a level where we made mistakes, where we didn't put some of the stores, first the way we should have, and we would pay for it later. A lot of business professionals now, I notice what happens with a lot of CEOs who their brand does get corroded. What happens is the trade show. They show up late to the trade show. The trade show's 4 days. They show up, a day late and leave a day early. They tell people, have your people call my people. When they don't pick up the phone and call that person who was this level buyer, who's now the CEO, they don't call them anymore because they think everything's on autopilot. Nothing is ever on autopilot in your personal relationship with friends or family or in business. So make sure you are customer obsessed. And I think what you asked was an extremely valuable question that people don't often ask. How are you able to maintain those relationships? And any relationship in life worth having is worth maintaining, because there's a younger, hungrier Daymond John or Rachel in the parking lot ready to eat your lunch. So make sure you're just a little paranoid in your business, and that will keep you on top.
Perfect. I love that advice. I mean, not only for business, but especially now in this virtual world, right? With all social and personal experiences.
It's nothing different than you being an athlete. When you were, the days when you realized other people were still in the gym. Ooh, you had to realize what was going on, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy to hear about the success of your business, and I'm glad that you are taking inventory and realizing your challenges, as well as realizing some of the things that you need to keep in order. I would love to hear, because they brought us together and now I'm inspired by you. How are you working with Chase, and what products are you using from them, and how are they part of your team?
First of all, really grateful for Chase for really focusing on small businesses. I mean, they're the reason why we're here together having this conversation. And that's an invaluable marketing and learning opportunity for our team. On a day-to-day basis, because everything's virtual, being able to have such a seamless online banking experience, and also having an account manager that we can call anytime and who really checks in on us and cares about the relationship. I'll always remember when the first PPP funding round was announced. I know everyone was just hitting up their bankers like crazy, trying to get in line. And for us to have our relationship manager actually reply and let me know hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you're going to get in the queue. And don't worry, we're going to help you get your funding in such a really drastic time. I'll never forget that. That goes beyond just basic banking services.
You would think that the conversation that you and I had earlier was to set you up to say that, but it's not, right? That's what relationships are about. The people that reached out to you, the people that said, I got you, the people that you stay in touch with as you are growing your business or anything else, because, at the end of the day, business is a team sport. So I am so inspired by you. I hope everybody learned, and they've heard it countless times from me, but they're hearing it from you. First of all, start off with zero, impress yourself, impress others, keep eye and focus on growing, but understand the things that you don't know, ask the proper questions, and understand that you need people and to be a team as you grow this business. So congratulations on Snow Monkey. I know that I'm going to be, a customer, and I appreciate you spending time with me and inspiring so many people.
Thank you, Daymond. I appreciate you sharing your infinite wisdom with me today.
Thank you.